Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is smokedalive, and today we are doing my new go-to look. This has a ton of different techniques that I usually don't use, and there's no black or eyeliner in this look. Who am I? So if you're interested in this natural go-to glam that only takes me about 30 minutes, then just keep watching. Does it not look like I have like contour right there? I think that's like a weird sunburn. Okay, so we are doing something a little bit different. We are starting with my face, which I never do. By the way, I just applied the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. It is my favorite primer. If you're new to my channel, you don't know, but if you've been here for a while, you're like, use a different primer, please. But I'm not gonna, because it's my fave. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown Foundation palette, and I'm going to use some of the contour shades. I'm gonna be using Very Deep Bisque with a little bit of Almond. Now, you can use whatever contour that you have, but make sure it is a cream. This is a Scott Barnes Trip. This is the Scott Barnes Trick that has changed my life. Okay, so I'm going in with the Sedona Lace brush in the number 618. It is like an angled cream brush. If you've done makeup for a while, you're kind of like, wait, you're doing contour before your foundation? Because we all do cream contour over top of our foundation. But I tried his trick, and honestly, it is so much better. I'm gonna go on the chin like this. Now I'm literally covering like half my chin, and then I'm also gonna drag it down. Okay, so this is another trick that I was like, I'm never not doing that. He literally drags the color right there. Like, do you guys see like that contour that it made? I know, right? Let's creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires. Now again, I'm gonna do the same thing to my nose. I'm not the kind of person that contours my nose either, but this has just made it so simple. Okay, so next I'm going in with the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Benefit Broad Spectrum SPF 25 Foundation. Brightening sunscreen makeup. Holy cannoli, that was a really long line. So this is the Wet n Wild foundation brush. Now y'all know I hate brushes, but Scott Barnes does not use beauty blenders, and I was like, So I tried it, and actually this is probably my favorite foundation brush that I've ever used, which is, I think it's like $3. Now we're not going in circular motions. I don't know if he does, but I don't. I'm just packing it over. Now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. He doesn't do this, but I like to just soak it all in. I hope you guys can see that natural contour that is underneath the foundation that normally you wouldn't be able to see. And I've been noticing by using this and a lot less coverage, my skin has looked a lot better. Now again, I usually go in with so much concealer coverage, but I'm literally putting 3 dots and that is it. So I am bringing a tiny bit of concealer here though to highlight, because it is another thing that Scott Barnes does as well. And again, trying to bring a very, very light line of concealer down the nose. I'm also blending out my nose last. I've been noticing that I was putting way too much concealer on my nose, and then it was just covering my entire nose, and so my nose was like a white blotch, and there was no contour and no highlight. It was just a white thing in the center of my face that I was really expanding, and so I've just been really utilizing highlighting and contouring in a different way. Drop my beauty blender. Okay, so what I've been doing is flipping the beauty blender, or this isn't the beauty blender, this is the Morphe Jeffree one, into that sharp edge. And using that sharp edge, I've just been tapping out that line. So now I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder, just like I normally do. And I'm actually dabbing the excess off on the back of my hand because I want way less powder. I've been doing a lot less powder as well, and I've just noticed that it just looks so much better not using so many layers of makeup. For this look, I'm going in with the Hourglass Nude Bronze Ambient Light Bronzer. And as you can see, I hardly had any bronzer. Look how intense that went on because of that cream contour that's underneath. I've noticed it makes the powder stick way more. So now I'm just taking the Emphasize Cream Accentuate Taupe Sculpt Bone Beige 3D Effect Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. Holy cannoli. If you read the full names of these things, they're intense. So I'm just further contouring, but I'm not gonna bring this color as far up. I'm just gonna keep it more so in the back. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Buxom Bronzer in Tati. I literally got this like little sample and it just lasted me forever. Like forever. I used to use this every day. So I'm using the brush that I bronzed and contoured with just because I want a bronzy blush today. And I'm just gonna apply this on the cheeks. Okay, so I've been using this Morphe palette a ton. I know I've talked about it. It is the 39S. I will be doing a third tutorial after this one using this palette because you can do so much with this palette. This is my fave. So I'm gonna be going in with this color to start. That's number 1. And then this color is number 2, then number 3. That's it, okay? Light brown, cool tone brown, shimmer. So I'm just putting this light brown color in the crease in circular motions. By the way, I was just using the Wet n Wild crease brush. So now I'm gonna go in with that cool tone brown. And I'm taking the Kirkland brush and I'm just gonna deepen up the crease with this. You can take a crease brush as well, whatever you want. But I'd like to use a fluffier brush with these shadows because I feel like they blend a little bit easier with a softer, lighter, fluffy brush. Now we're gonna go in with that really nice shimmery shade. It's like the most beautiful, like light, airy, dusty glitter. I need to closer to you guys so you can actually see. Okay, so that is literally it for the top eye. So now I'm gonna do that same step. I'm taking that lighter brown and dragging that underneath the eye. Now I'm taking that Kirkland brush with the darker brown shade and we're just doing this closer to the lid. I'm gonna take a very small Morphe M562 brush with that darker shade just because I want to get a little bit closer to the lash line, but I'm going to concentrate that color on the outer corner just because I want to deepen it up just a smidge. Okay, so now the last color is this nice vanilla-y shimmery shade. And I just go in with my finger and pop that in the inner corner. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm taking that MAC kit and I'm taking the shade Emphasize and I'm just gonna run this right along my under eyes just because they're looking a little bit dark. All right, so next is doing the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics white eyeliner in the lower lash line, which this just brightens up the eye, it makes it look bigger, and it just adds something a little bit different than the typical black that I do. And I've been enjoying it for all day, so I don't have to worry about my eyeliner smudging or smearing. It's white, it's not gonna do anything. I don't know what it is, but lashes decide that they hate me every time I try to film. All right, so I'm going in with the Tattoo Liner, the Mad Max Brown. This is actually new. I usually use the lime creme one, but I ran out and I had a Sephora gift card, so I wanted to try this one. Okay, so while I let my brows dry, we're gonna go in with my new favorite highlighter. And it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in Snowflake. I've been using this so much. And I'm using a Morphe, this is actually an eyeshadow brush, but I like it for highlight. Start going in circular motions on the skin. So this is the kind of highlighter that gets more intense the more you buff it into the skin, which is really cool. Do you guys see this? Like, are you kidding me? Okay, so if you're ever doing like a more basic look like this and it's just kind of boring to you, I love using star stamps, moon, hearts, whatever. This is actually the only stamp that I actually have. This is the Lottie London stamp liner, and I I love this guy. I just think this adds a lot of edge to a basic look and can turn any look into something unique and fun. Okay, so next, this is my ultimate favorite nude lip I have ever used. Like, I'm obsessed. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Posh Spice Liner. Now, I will say I've already had to sharpen this liner like 6 times, and I've only had it for like a month. So you will go through this insanely because it's so creamy, which is a bummer. Even though like I love the formula and the way it applies, these are gonna end up being like really expensive. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Posh Spice liquid lip, which matches perfectly. Do you guys see this liquid lip? Like, oh, I cannot. It's so stinking good. Okay, so now I'm just going to brush my eyebrow hairs up with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. One thing I do like about this more so than the lime crime, is when I go in with the brow gel, it will tend to smear all the lines that I made. But with the tattoo one, I mean, it is like waterproof, so anything that touches it, it doesn't really move. So that's really nice. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and enjoyed this more natural glam for me anyway. And I hope to see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe and cake up that makeup.